Hi guys, welcome to a new episode. Today I am so pleased to present you another incredible knife made by Steigerwalt. I'm not going to talk about him because I already presented him in a previous video when I did the review of this knife, the Bauhaus Wedge. So if you're interested in learning more about him, just go and check this review. And I don't want to be too long because usually people in the comments go like, oh my god, you talked so much, it was so boring, we had to wait 5 minutes until you picked the knife up. Okay, I hear you. I'm gonna pick it up right now. First of all, you can already see it is a very particular design. Not everybody's gonna like it. I must admit, the first time I saw it, I really wasn't quite sure about the design. I wasn't quite sure Ken got it right, and I really didn't like it. I mean, sometimes I don't like a design, but I can understand why the maker did this or that, but this one I really wasn't sure. But I must admit, now I've got it in my hands, it is growing on me like crazy. I love all the little details that are in this knife. It is a genius design in the end. Not easy to appreciate, I would say, but really, really beautiful design. And today I am just loving it. Let's open the knife so that you can see the blade. So it's a very kind of Art Nouveau style design, very organic. You can see curves everywhere, whereas Ken usually makes straight lines like this. It's a lot more Art Deco style inspired, I would say. But yeah, this one very Art Nouveau, so very different than what Ken usually makes, which I think is pretty cool. Now, the main feature of this knife is definitely the blade. Look at how thick the blade is. It is the same concept as this one. If you have already seen the video, you will see what I mean. So yeah, very thick blade. Blades are 7 millimeters thick. So never seen a thickness like that anywhere else on a folding knife. And I love the way he took this concept, which is a very unique concept, on these two knives, but managed to make them so different. They have the same concept, but they are opposite in every way. This one has only straight lines. This one is all about curves, roundness. This one has pen shell, which is one of the materials Ken uses a lot, and it's just plain black. This one has mother of pearl, which is another material that Ken uses a lot, but has a lot of variations in colors. This one is a lot more aggressive, a lot more masculine, I would say, and this one seems a lot more precious, a lot more feminine in a way. So yeah, just love having these two next to each other. When you have them in your hand, you can definitely feel the awesomeness of these knives. So yeah, let's focus on this one. As I said, very Art Nouveau style, and the main feature for me is definitely the blade, although the handle is just as amazing. But I think Ken really thought about building these two knives. I mean, his first thought was the blade, like this idea of a thick blade, and then he focused on the design of the handle. This one, he was inspired by the shape of a leaf. So again, very organic, inspired design. Yeah, another big difference is that on this one you've got a simple grind, flat grind. On this one you've got a hollow grind. Again, all about curves, and this is the deepest hollow grind I've ever seen. Because of the thickness of the blade, I hope you'll be able to see this on the camera, because difficult to see, but just put your finger on the blade and you can really feel the deepness. Yeah, so that's it. It is a back lock. And let's probably just take a closer look to the little details. What I really like when it's closed is that the shape of the handle follows the shape of the blade. Again, just like this one, as is the same concept. I mean, he actually does this on most of his knives, so that I really appreciate. Nice attention to details. Materials, we've got mainly steel and then 14 karat gold inlays, and as I mentioned, mother of pearl inlays. The inlays are also made in a very more Art Nouveau style. The button for the lock, really like the way he did it. Just a simple piece of gold. And then on top, I mean on the back of the knife, you've got a nice groove there that continues in the blade. And in the groove, because I mean that wouldn't be enough, you've got a piece of gold with a few little dots, and it's just like if this piece continues in the blade. Very deep groove here in the blade. And again, first time I see an inlay on the back of the blade. It just looks absolutely incredible and is completely unique. And then the inlay completely disappears when the knife is like that. So yeah, inlays of mother of pearl, gold inlay there. That is faceted, mirror polished, gold and mother of pearl inlay right there. I'm really trying to show you all the details in this knife. Ken for me is really a genius, because thinking of a design like that, thinking of all these details, and then I mean when you start to make a knife like that, it's just like you never see the end. I'm just blown away by the work there. On the inside, signature, logo, as usual, nicely finished, just as the outside is. Everything is brushed, except all the gold pieces and the mother of pearl inlays. The adjustment is absolutely spot on. You can hardly even tell the gap between the pieces. And yeah, I love this view. It's just like if this piece of metal would be another piece of metal, like if this one would go in the blade. Absolutely stunning. Trying to show you again this deep hollow grind. Because of the thickness of the blade, the inside of the handle has been chamfered. Again, not quite sure you'll be able to see that on the camera, but yeah. Chamfered so that the sides of the blade don't touch the inside of the handle, and tolerances again are pretty crazy. Now this is really what I consider an art knife. Like there's definitely more art than functionality in it. But what I feel is quite amazing about this particular one is that it's very ergonomic actually. When you got it in your hands, it feels extremely comfortable. It's very surprising. This one, I must admit, wasn't the most comfortable knife. I mean, it would even hurt you with the angles and everything if you used it. But this one you could definitely use. So it is a true real knife, but at the same time, a piece of art. So yeah, that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed it. As usual, please leave a like if you did. And I'll catch you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.